irks me. It irks me. And that day, she irks me. And that day, we found out who was about their life and who wasn't. Because I was about that life. I was about that life. Hey my lovelies, it's your girl truet.tj and I am back with another video. Thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel, showing me some support and just liking my videos and just joining the family. Like I'm so happy to say that y'all are really joining the family. So thank y'all so much. But if you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. For my subscribers, hey girl, hey. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, leave me a comment, thumbs this video up if you love me, thumbs this video up if you like me, okay? Anyone counts, okay? Whatever you want to do, it counts, period. Okay, so today's video is going to be another story time video, and this story time video is going to be about a roommate that I had. Lord, roommates. Roommates. I just can't do roommates no more, period. Whatever. Let's just get into this video. Okay, so my horror story for a roommate, I would have to say that this was back in like 2017. Yeah, 2017. Like I had just moved out here to Austin or whatever like that. And so at the time I was staying with a previous ex, but we decided to part ways or whatever like that. So I ended up keeping the apartment that we had together. And so when I was staying in an apartment, I really wasn't making that much money. Like, I had just got out here, I had just settled in, and it was like some shit going on with my job. So it was like a whole bunch of ups and downs for me or whatever like that. And I really didn't know if I was going to be able to have my rent. But you know what? I have to say that God works miracles, and I should have just waited on him instead of trying to make moves for myself. But that's a long story short. I mean, this is not here or there, period. So anyway, so one day I was just sitting at home and I was just like, you know, I need to find me a roommate. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I can afford this apartment by myself, I still want to be able to like have money in my savings account, because all my money at that time was just going into rent and bills, and it wasn't that much left over for myself. So I was like, if I just get a roommate, you know what I'm saying, this will be perfect. You know, we can split the rent, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be perfect. She'll pay half, I'll pay half. We'll be good. Like, I had this whole image in my head of how I thought having a roommate was going to go, but it didn't go like that at all, okay? Like, at all. So, let me tell you guys a story. Let me tell you guys tea, okay? Let me tell you guys tea, period. So, at that time, I was working like 2-3 jobs, you know what I'm saying? Just because I wanted to, like, have money for, like, so many different things, and I felt like one job wasn't enough, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't fitting my lifestyle. So, I decided to post an ad on Facebook. I posted an ad on Craigslist. I asked some of my coworkers. I asked some of the people who I knew at some of the nursing homes that I was working at. Like, if y'all need a roommate, you know, let me know. Let me know. I got an extra room. Excuse me. I got an extra room. You know, I can lend it to y'all. You know, rent is this much, da 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 da. Of course, I got a lot of dings. A lot of people was hitting me up. I was getting a lot of messages about the room and how they want to come and see the room or whatever like that. And no, I did not post my address online. You know what I'm saying? Like, I waited until they email me or text my phone, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna show you my you come over here and see the apartment after we talked on the phone for like a couple days or whatever like that. And you know what I'm saying, you send me pictures of yourself, you send me your information and shit like that, just in case shit goes sour. I had stuff set up in place just in case, you know, I need to sue you or I need to just blast your ass on all my social medias. I had shit like that set up in place, period. So I had a couple of people who asked me about the apartment. I had this one lady, you know, I told her that it was a 2-bedroom, it was a 1 bath. I was like, so we'll be sharing rooms, I mean, we'll be sharing bathrooms or whatever like that. We'll be sharing like the common area and, you know, all that good stuff. So just keep that in mind. But she just had too many kids for me. Not trying to say kids are a bad thing, because they're not. I love kids. But it was just like, come on, it's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and you got 3 kids. Like, I don't have an extra room for your kids. So that was a no. That was a dub. And then I had found this guy. I thought he was pretty cool, but I didn't like the fact how he was texting me. Like, it was more of like, he thought this was gonna be like a hookup situation, like he was gonna move in and have somebody to like mess around with while he's living in the apartment with me. Like he was just asking me too many questions, like, you know, how do you walk around? Like, what do you like to eat? Like, when do you like take a shower? Like, how close is the bedroom? Do you sleep with your door open or closed? It was weird. You know what I'm saying? I got a very weird vibe. So I just told him from the get-go, like, I just don't want you to be my roommate. Also, he was just like asking me all kinds of questions like, oh, you a single girl, you shouldn't be staying by yourself. Thank God you'll have a man to come stay with you. You know, we can protect each other and all that good stuff. I was just like, baby, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I am looking for a roommate, okay? A roommate. So let's just keep it cool, okay? You doing too much. You asking me too many questions and I don't feel comfortable with it, okay? You just doing entirely way too much, period. So I came across this one girl who hit me up or whatever like that, and she seemed cool. I'm gonna call her Dummy. That's what I'm gonna call her. I'm just gonna call her Dummy. Okay, so I came across Dummy on Craigslist, and we talked and we chit chat, and she kept on asking to come see the apartment or whatever like that. She lived in another city that wasn't too far from me, but she wanted to move to my city or whatever like that because she had got a job offer out there, so she just needed a place to stay, and she felt like, you know, having a roommate would be like the perfect opportunity, because if you don't know, it's pretty expensive to stay out here in Austin, so, or whatever like that. So me and her talked on the phone for a couple of days. You know what, honestly, I should have known that she was going to be a dummy because of her stories. I feel like when people try to sell you stories that are like so sad and so heartbreaking, and they trying to pull on your heartstrings, like that right there is a L. Like, you need to go ahead and just don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? Just duck their asses. But you know what? Being the nice person that I am, being the humble person that I am, I was just like, I fed into her stories. You know what I'm saying? Even though I never had a roommate at this time, so this was my very first roommate ever, and I never just, I didn't know what to expect, you know what I'm saying? But she made it sound like that she was just so genuine, and honestly, you guys, me and her, I felt like we had a lot in common. Like, I feel like she was super nice like me, or whatever like that. She was saying things that I would say, and I felt like, okay, that was like, you know, a good sign for me, because I'm just like, okay, well, you know, maybe she is just going through like a little rough stage in her life, and she just need a way out or whatever like that, because she didn't seem disingenuous. She seemed like a really genuine person. So we talking on the phone, and she was telling me that her roommate now that she was staying with in her city is like a stripper, and her boyfriend was like some kind of drug dealer or whatever like that. And like they was best friends. Her and the girl was like best friends for a little while, and she had her own place. Dummy had her own place, and her friend needed to come stay with her or whatever like that. And the girl moved in over there. It was so cool. It was so great. But you know what I'm saying, the girl was working at some office job, and then she decided that she wanted to that she could make more money stripping. So she just quit her job as soon as she moved in and just started stripping or whatever like that. And the next thing you know, the girl had her guy move in, and they was just over there. They didn't pay rent, and Dummy was telling me that the girl was just like wearing her clothes all up in her stuff. The boyfriend was just sitting at home all day eating their food, playing the game, running up their electricity bill. You know what I'm saying? Just doing some unnecessary shit. So I was like, you know what? I didn't have people like that in my life or whatever, and I felt where she came from. And at that time, I can honestly say that I was at a very vulnerable state in my life. So you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to help her. I just wanted to help her because I never had that type of help from anybody, not a friend or anybody. Mostly I could say I got that help from was like a family member. So she was out here all by herself, and her family stayed like in a whole nother state. So it was just like, you know, I felt bad for her. So I just wanted to like help her, because that's just the type of person that I am. I know it stabs me in the back all the time, but you just can't help who you are. Honestly, you just can't help who you are. So whatever. So me and her, we chit chat, text, talk for like 3 days or whatever like that. And I felt comfortable enough to let her come and see the apartment or whatever like that. Because you got to keep it in mind, when you stay by yourself, you just can't let any and everybody into your space. You know what I'm saying? Because some people will come to your space and like just F your whole stuff up. They'll F up your space, F up your mind, F up your things. It was just, and it just turns into a disaster. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I needed to talk to her for a little while, try to get a feel out of her, and, you know, go from there and do from there. Whatever. So I finally let her come over or whatever like that. She came over. She stayed for a little while. She was cool. We was chit-chatting. It was just like how we was during the phone and, texting and like, conversations that we had on the phone or whatever like that. So she just seemed really, really cool. So I was just like, okay, well, you can't move into the first or whatever like that, because if you want to move in early, you have to pay like the prorated rent. And I think at that time, like the prorated rent was probably like $300 something. I think she was trying to move like probably like 2 weeks before the first. So it was, it probably was more than that. I'm probably not telling you guys the whole amount because I can't honestly remember. But it was some. But she was just like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. I could just wait till the first or whatever like that. I gotta tie up some loose ends with my roommate and woo-zoo, wah. He say ha ha ha. So I was like, okay, cool. So literally like 2 days later, Dummy called me on the phone and was just like hysterical. She was like so upset about her roommate, so upset about the things that was going on. And she just begged and pleaded that she could not wait until the first. Like, she wanted to go ahead and just pay the prorated rent or whatever, and she just wanted to get out that situation or whatever like that. And I was like, okay, cool. So when she came over, she ended up moving that day before, but she had came that day after, but she had came over that night. So let's say she moved in on a Tuesday. That Monday, the day after we talked, she was telling me that she didn't have all her money, but if I can pay some now, you know what I'm saying, then she'll pay the rest to me by the first. Okay. I was like, okay, that's cool or whatever like that. And me being nice, which I shouldn't have been nice to her at all. I was like, you know what, just how much do you have? And she was like, I just got, I'm going to say like 200, 250. She was like, I just got this. Like, can I just pay you this and then move in on the first? I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. So she ended up doing that or whatever like that. And then she moved in that Wednesday. So when she moved in that Wednesday, she had to wait till I got off of work, but she literally had everything in her car. Like, I thought she was gonna like bring some furniture and stuff like that, but she didn't have nothing. And no, my second bedroom, it was already fully furnished. It just didn't have a TV. So I was like, if you want to watch TV, you could always go into the living room and watch TV because I had cable. I was like, but so far as you wanted to watch TV in your bedroom, you gonna have to buy yourself a TV. It don't come with a TV, but it comes with a dresser, nightstand, and it comes with a queen size bed frame, all that, mattress, box spring, all that. So she was just like, cool with it like that. She didn't really have no furniture. So I was like, okay. So all she had was like the clothes on her back and like suitcases and trash bags full of clothes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. So she moved in. First came, she was good. She paid my money. Cool. We talked, chilled. She was blowing all kinds of smoke up my ass, and I was just falling into it or whatever like that. Cool. Second month came. Bitch was late. She was late. Like, she was after the third late. You know what I'm saying? After the fifth late type shit. She come to find out she had quit her job and she was going to be late for the rent. And I have to pay my rent on time. So I pay my rent or whatever like that. And then, like, I'll probably say, like, in the middle of the month, she finally gave me her half of her rent plus the light bill and, like, everything else, okay? And then she started complaining about, oh, I don't use the electricity that much, so I don't feel like I need to pay half. And then she was just like, oh, I don't watch cable that much, so I don't feel like I shouldn't pay half of the cable. Oh, I don't wash clothes that much, so I shouldn't pay half of the water bill. Oh, we need to not cook something. She was just making all kinds of mother excuses on why she don't have to pay half of nothing. And I was just like, baby girl, you signed a contract. So what you say that you don't use, you use. Because you want to sit here and say that you don't use it that much, bitch, that means you still use it, okay? I don't give a fuck if you use it this much, to this much, to this much. You still use it, okay? And if you feel like you're not using it as much, that means you need to use it as much. Because, let's be honest, you was here more than I was. Like, come on. Like, you've been here more than you was. But at the end of the day, rent still need to get paid. Bills still need to get paid. Okay? Period. So she didn't like that. So the third month came. She late on the rent. She just steady late on the rent. But before the third month came, she had the audacity to come to me and ask me to co-sign for her to get a car. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? And then she gonna tell me, oh, it's just a piece of paper. If it's just a piece of paper, then go ask somebody else to co-sign for you to get a car. Bitch, I'm not going to co-sign you to get a car. The car that she moved over there in, it got towed within like 2 weeks of her moving into my apartment. That was such a red flag. I wanted to kick her ass out, but I was like, you know what? She on a contract. She on a month-to-month contract. So I'm not going to sit here and just kick her ass out. You know, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to get her shit together. I'm going to keep telling her about getting her shit together. And we just going to move it and keep it pushing like that. So, back to the story. She want to tell me before the 3rd month that she ain't going to have her rent for 3rd month because she had to go put down on a car or whatever like that. And I was just like, girl, what car are you talking about? Well, I don't see no car outside. And she was just like, oh, you remember I asked you to co-sign for me a car, bitch? Yeah, then I'm not going to do it. She was like, I decided to get my boyfriend a car. And I co-signed for him. And then I put the deposit down on his car. What? I was just like, girl, I'm sitting there doing... I'm just like, what? Make that make sense. Like, wait a minute. You need a car, but you decide to put down for your boyfriend to get a car, and now you asked out. And now I'm thinking in my head, like, now your dumb ass, dummy, you gonna be asking me for rides. And baby, if anybody know me, if anybody know truet.tj, y'all know that I'm strong with the no. I am so strong with the no. Like, sometimes it come out my mouth before you even finish asking your question. I be no. So you cannot no. Like, I shut it down real quick. Like, people who know me, like, 2 things don't ask me. Don't ask me. Don't ask to stay with me, and don't ask me for no money, because I'm not giving none of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. Like, to keep a good friendship, to keep a good relationship, and to keep some good, healthy boundaries, don't ask to stay with me, and don't ask me for no money. We above age now. You got to get your shit together now. You got to have your shit together. I understand people struggle. I understand people fall off. And I understand some people need some help. I don't mind helping you. I'll buy your little groceries, give you a little gas sometimes like that. But don't be coming to me asking me for no money. And don't be coming to me asking me for no place to stay. Like, I just can't do it. Like, I done got burnt too many goddamn times. So just don't do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, period. So I was just like, dummy. Why you going to co-sign for your boyfriend to get a car? I was like, how long you been knowing this boyfriend? Because you just moved out here. Like, what the fuck? And she was like, oh, I met him at my job. He seemed real genuine, and I just want to help him. And he's like, he going to give me some rides to work, and we going to share this car. And I was just like, what? What? At the time, when she was telling me this, things was just going through my head. Like, do I want to slap this hoe? Do I want to grab a fistful of her weave and like just drag her outside my house kicking and screaming? I don't know. I ain't gonna tell y'all everything that I'm thinking of, because sometimes I can go really, really dark. Like, I can go really, really dark. And I was like, you know what? I was just like, have my money by the first. That's all I could say. Just have my money by the first. Like, you doing too much. And then she was just like, do you think I did a bad thing? Have my money by the first. Don't ask me what I think, dummy. Don't ask me what I think, dummy. Just have my money by the first. So the first came. She ain't have my money. The 3rd came. She ain't have my money. The 5th came. She ain't have my money. So by like, I want to say it was like by the 10th or the 12th. It was far, but it wasn't that far. She finally cashed out me my money or whatever like that. So I was at work, and then when I got off of work, I had went straight home. I was telling my coworkers, I'm about to kick this bitch out. Like, this her last month. After this month is over with, she gotta go. So by the first of next month, baby, you need to find your shit together. And that's plenty of time. You got like 3 weeks. So it's plenty of time to find you someplace to stay. So as soon as I got home, I sat down and I was like, look, dummy, me and you need to talk. This living situation ain't going for me. Like, I'm not in this no more. I was just like, you just got too many red flags, and I'm gonna need you to bounce by the first or whatever like that. Or whatever. And she was just like, you can't kick me out. I'm under contract. Bitch, you under a month-to-month hoe. And yes, the fuck I can kick you out. Yes, the fuck I can kick you out. I was like, bitch, if I wanted to, I can kick you out right now. And she was just like, oh, you can't kick me out right now. I didn't pay my rent up for the first. I was like, bitch, I would drag your ass out my motherfucking apartment. Don't sit here and tell me what I can and cannot do. You're not paying your rent. You always late, and you don't pay your late fees. Like, period. Like, so what you talking about? If I wanted you to go right now, you will be gone right now. I was like, but you know what? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna keep it legal, and I'm gonna let you stay here until the first. But after the first, like, I just want you to leave. I just want you to leave. Period. I just want you to leave. So she stayed there all the way past the first to the sixth. So when that sixth came, I was headed home to pack her shit up and throw her shit out the door. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was just like, okay, you know what, Tasha? Now she's testing your patience. Now you being a little too nice. You being a little too nice. So now you need to bring it down some more and just don't be nice no more. Like, don't be nice. So I was just like, you know what, baby? As soon as 5 o'clock hit and I was getting off of work, baby, I'm in my little truck. I'm driving home. I worried to like probably like 35 minutes away from my house. So I was like, I'm just driving home. Baby, I got home and she had a little door lock. Baby, I just got a little butter knife. I picked that lock real quick, opened up that door. She had all her shit out. So the bitch didn't even pay me from the first to the sixth that she was staying there. She didn't even pay me for that little time. So I had called her and I was like, that's so fucked up that you would just bounce and you won't, excuse me, and you don't have the audacity to sit here in front of my face and tell me what it is. You ain't even sitting here in front of my face and telling me what's tea. You know what I'm saying? You just hurry up and bouncing, and you not even, like, you still owe me from the first to the sixth. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know what? But, you know, that's you. God bless you, and let that be that. And I'm going to be over there. And she sent me, so I wish I still had the text messages, because she sent me long messages about blase, and I ain't gonna do nothing, and this, and this, third, and the fifth. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna do nothing because I got a lot to lose, and you don't. And I'm just too grown for you, bitch. You the one that needed a place to stay, ho. You the one that needed a car. You the one that had to tell somebody a sob story, like cue the violins type shit, just because your life was in disarray. But you want to sit here and try to, like, bite the hand that helped you. I ain't gonna say I fed you, bitch, because I didn't. But I helped you. And the fact that you want to sit here and shit on me like that's fucked up. But you know what? You know, you're going to get what's coming for you. Because karma is the B-I-T-C-H. And you a big one, dummy. You a big one, dummy. So if you watching this, you a dummy. Dummy. And so, long story short, I'm chilling at home with my little dip or whatever like that. So we decided that we wanted to go to the mall. And I was like, okay, cool. We can go to the mall or whatever like that. She had wanted to, like, buy me some shoes or whatever. And I had wanted to, like, buy some clothes or whatever like that. So we go to the mall or whatever like that. And I go up into, was it Foot Action? Or was it Finish Line? I don't know. It was just, she was going to buy me, like, some work shoes or some shit like that. Some cute work shoes. And I was just like, what? I can't. It was one of those stores. So we go up in the store or whatever like that. Guess who in the store? Like, take a wild guess. Dummy. Big dummy was in the store. She was just in the store at the cash register. And I was just like, I'm about to be messy as fuck. So I went up to, I was like, I'm about to be messy as fuck. So I went up there to the cash register where she was at, and I was just like, y'all just let roaches come up in here, right? And I'm just looking at her. She's standing right there. I'm standing right here. I was like, y'all just let roaches come up in here, huh? Y'all just let any kind of roaches come up in here. I was like, y'all better watch her because she gonna steal some because she dirty. She just dirty. And she didn't even want to do nothing. Like, I was trying to antagonize her to where she was, like, gonna try, like, pop off or something like that. Like, do something or whatever like that. And she said I was scary and I wasn't gonna do nothing or whatever. I was just like, you know what? I'm for the test. I'm for the test to see how buck she can get. And I was just calling all kind of names like dummy. Like, she don't pay no rent. She don't do nothing. I'm all up in the Foot Action or whatever store saying this. And the employees was just looking at me like, who the fuck is you talking about? Like, what is going on? And she just looked at me or whatever like that. And I was like, what? What? Like, you said I wasn't going to do nothing, but I'm here. So what's the tea? Girl, she must have just got her little bag or whatever like that, and she just burnt off. And I was just like, girl, you scary. You scary. And so, like, my little dip, she came or whatever like that. She was just like, was that dummy? I was just like, yeah, that was dummy. I was just like, dummy ain't do shit. I was like, she sit there and wrote all that stuff in that text message about how I'm not this and how I'm scary and how this and this and this and that. Well, she had me right in her face, and she could have did something too. Like, she could have did something too. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Honestly, I'm the type of person. If she would have owed me like $1,000, not even $1,000, probably like $500 or more, I probably would have stole off on that bitch right then and there. But since it wasn't that much money, I was just like, God has blessed me in so many different ways. He blessed me to keep this roof over my head. He blessed me with job offers that was coming through the door when I felt like I had to move back to my hometown and like I wasn't going to make it. He blessed me to stand on my own 2 feet. He's still blessing me to this day to stand on my own 2 feet. He blessed me so much to where I didn't have to ask nobody for nothing. It was just good. It was just Gucci. Yes, I had my family and they helped me out tremendously during my hard times, but I wasn't hurting. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to move out my apartment or go ask to go stay with somebody and nothing like that. I ain't have to do none of that. But out of the kindness of my heart, like, I allow you to move into my place, and I treated you as if, you know what I'm saying, you was a part of my little family I had going on in my apartment. You know what I'm saying? I was there for you. I listened to what you had to say. And you know what I'm saying? I kept it pushing. You know, I didn't treat you like nothing. I was very genuine. Because anybody who know me, I'm genuine. I'm truthful and I'm blunt, but I'm truthful and I'm genuine. So I was just like, for you to sit there and try to play me like that, it kind of just like, bitch, you got me fucked up. You got me all the way effed up. And the fact that she didn't do nothing, like all them little text messages read me real good. Like, bitch, you scary. You scary. Because if anybody would come to my face talking shit like that to me in front of my face, and I know I did wrong, or you just trying to embarrass me, like, I'm going to say something to you. I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm not going to run away for confrontation. Okay? So that's just how I am. Okay? I'm a very low-key person, just keep to myself type person. I just do my thing and I do that. That's it. That's how I am. But when I feel like when you testing me, when you pushing me to the point of no return, it irks me. It irks me. And that day, she irks me. And that day, we found out who was about their life and who wasn't. Because I was about that life. I was about that life. Anybody know me, the first thing that come on my head is this wig, baby. I be like, what you say? What you say? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I keeps got to be glue in my purse. Period. So yeah, this is my story time of my horrible ass roommate. I would never do a roommate again. Baby, I would never do a roommate. I would live in my core if it gets to the point to where I'm struggling that bad and I just can't afford my ends meet, baby. I would live in my core. I am not too proud, baby. I am not too proud, okay? So my advice to y'all, period, if y'all living in an apartment or whatever like that, first of all, don't live above your means. I never do that. I do not live above my means. I just don't believe in it, okay? But if y'all living in an apartment and then shit just go sour with your job or whatever like that, wait on God. I always have a plan B, C, D, E, F, G. I always have that. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit here and try to find the easy way out, because when you try to find the easy way out, that's just what happens. And don't move in with friends, and don't move in with family members. Like, try to make it on your own. If you want to step out and be grown, step out and be grown. Up your savings account, up your A game, and just try to stand on your own 2 feet. And don't let nobody, red flag, don't let nobody who want to move in, if y'all do decide to do roommates, don't listen to them sad ass story. If a bitch not telling you, oh yes girl, I pay my rent on time, like I got check stubs or whatever like that, I've been at my job for X amount of years or whatever like that, don't let that hoe move in. If this bitch moving to a whole new city just to get away from somebody else, don't let that hoe move in, okay? Let her figure that out. Find somebody who is dependable. Find somebody who can stand on their own 2 feet. And find somebody that is just like you, morally and ethically just like you. Because if you don't, like, you're gonna fall for bitches. You gonna fall for bitches like I did with that sob ass story. Oh, my roommate is this. Oh, my roommate is that. No, you was the bad roommate. Now I feel like I see, like, dummy. Her other roommate was probably like the shit. It was probably dummy who couldn't afford nothing. It was probably dummy moving in boys or whatever like that. Because at the end of the day, like, who gives a boy a deposit for a core and you ain't got no core? Period. Who does that? I don't know who does that. Like, nobody in their right mind would do that. I wouldn't. I'm just saying, no shade, just tea. No shade, just tea. But yeah. that is my roommate horror story right there. I hope none of you guys have to experience what I experienced, okay? So, whatever, yeah. It's in the past, period. So, I just ain't got nothing to say about that. I caught that L. I caught that L. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys like this video. I really, really do. I hope you guys subscribe and share and comment and thumbs this video up. All that good stuff. I hope y'all do all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Okay. Bye, my lovelies.